welcome back to NASCAR 06 Total Team Control Career Mode. The last time we left off on here is we finished. I have to look back at a few races. I cannot remember exactly what we did last. I'm going to have to check what we did last, just to be sure. Track performance, yeah, no, that's not what we need. We need... Where's it at? Should be like calendar, I think. Should be like a calendar somewhere. Unless there was no calendar. I mean, there is a calendar, but like... Well, yeah, I'm dumb. Never mind, I'm stupid. I forgot. Sorry. Dumb. We last left off a truck race at Martinsville. That's what we last did. Okay. Sorry, I forgot what the hell I'm playing. My bad. Yeah. We last left off truck race, the Kroger 250, which was one, raced by our, hired driver. So now, yeah, we got test sheets back behind the wheel of our, Bush Series car, so we got him back. So all we gotta do is just cup racing, which our next cup race is the All-Star Challenge. That is our next race. The All-Star. So that's gonna be a fun one. And then we got the Coca-Cola 600 to do right after. So we're gonna do we'll do two races back to back at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Well, without further ado, let's hop into it. And just a little update is I added a couple things to the screen on the Twitch thing, so it looks a little bit better and stuff like that. Just because I want it to stand out now. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. But yeah, let's hop into this. I think I did actually, did I tweet it out? I think I forgot to tweet it out, didn't I? I guess I did. Well, whatever. We're gonna hop into it. So, yeah. Ricky Craven wins at Old Spice Speedway, which is good for him. Let me see if the screen's visible and everything. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, I had a little follower goal down there so I can just keep an eye of how many followers we got. And we got a little view counter down in the bottom left.
The stars of the Nextel Cup Series race door to door on the long and winding road to the championship. Every week, the points are more important than the prize money. Not tonight. In this all-star shootout, it is a dash for cash, where pride and prize money are what it's all about. This is an EA Sports special presentation, the Nextel All-Star Challenge from the Lowe's Motor Speedway.
Alright, let's see how many cars we got in this race. Obviously, we're going to have to make a green flag pit stop, obviously. I think we might have a full 43 car field. We might, so it's gonna be a tough one. Oh yeah, we do. Full field. I think it said we're starting 7th? That's what it said? Is that what it said a minute ago? Because there's Stewart in 6th. Okay, no, we're 8th. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, the rules has 3 segments. In segment 1, you must make a 4-tire green flag pit stop. Prior to segment 2, the field will be randomly inverted. After inversion, you will need to race the final 2 segments and finish the last and first. Okay, that's kind of confusing at the end, but I mean, we're going to try to win the event anyway. I fixed the loading times, so we're not waiting forever for the game to load. So yeah, I did do some work. I got it fixed. If the game looks like a little choppy, like a little slow, that's just because it's just the emulator. So yeah, we're gonna roll with it. But yeah, the loading times are fixed. called off 8th for this event. It's 10 laps in the first segment, so we're gonna have to pit, I would say, around lap 4, I would say. It has to be under green, too, so we're gonna need to work our way up. And get to the bottom. There we go. Around that 0-0 of Kenny Wallace. Jimmy Johnson out in front. That's no surprise in this era, because he was really good in this event. So it looks like it might be between me and Jimmy. So we'll come down pit road this time, because we have to make a 4-tire pit stop. Whoa. I'm gonna let Tony go, so I don't wreck him. Don't need a damage repair. Yeah, we have to take 4 tires. We have to, because that's part of the rules. Let me look at the transition while this is in the loading. Yeah, we're doing all right. I do love when the car glitches out like that in pit road. It's hilarious. Tires go off center. There's the pack. See, it looks like no one pitted yet. So I'm gonna merge right there because there's nobody behind us. These guys will have to pit. And there we go. I'd say we'll probably finish about top 20, I'd say, in segment 1. Because I know there's going to be a few cars that are going to be like, oh, I don't have to pit. Like in Thunder 2003 and 2004, where they're stupid. They don't pit, they stay out. Like in the shootout, they do the same thing. Oh, everybody pits. Wow. That's something that I just wasn't expecting that. I was expecting at least 1 or 2 cars to not pit. around Kenny Wallace there. Just a little contact. But we're good. Well, Tony got out to a big lead out of the pits. I guess they got a 4-tire stop done pretty fast. There's my teammate in second. Gonna get around Michael Waltrip here. Give a little bump there. Kurt Busch gonna leave the inside line open. So we'll take that. Move Johnson up the track. Oh, he didn't like that. He didn't like that one either. But we'll get 4th in the state. Or the, not stage, 4th in segment 1. Which, I mean, technically it is a stage, technically. So that'll put us in 3rd. So Kurt Busch on the pole. Okay, so I guess nobody gets eliminated. They just invert the field. Okay. It seemed like the old days where they would eliminate cars. Change gears pretty late just to get that good launch. I'm surprised they didn't put Dale Jr. in first because of the popularity of Dale Jr. at this time. It's surprising. Yeah, we can't use our teammates to help us in this race. Because it is for money. Which, I mean, I don't mind. I don't really use my teammates to help me anyway. I think I've used it maybe once or twice in this playthrough, but yeah, not often. Nice if Tony Stewart can get to the bottom. He does. As soon as I say that, he does. Now he's going back up top. Because it would be cool if we get Stewart with us up here, with me and Labonte. So we'll be 1-2. Stewart's trying to game. He's trying. He's on the inside of, I think that's Mayfield. I think. No, yeah, that's Mayfield. I see the green number. I see the green number on the roof of that car. So yeah, that is Mayfield. Okay, he got by him. Now it looks like he gave Jeff Gordon the chance to get by him, which is not what I want to see. It Mayfield's going to get the spot back on him. Just don't hit the apron, because if you hit the apron, you turn into a Beyblade. I don't want that. Johnson's going to get by Bobby Labonte. I was hoping he would get 1-2 there, but it's like Johnson wants to deny that. And he does. Gets right in front of Labonte. But we are going to win segment 2, which I believe locks us in second for the final segment. I'm not entirely sure, but I think so. Yeah. Oh no, it was Casey Kane. Wait, that was Casey the whole time? I could have sworn that was Mayfield. I saw a green number. Huh. I swear I saw a green number in the mirror. Does Kane's car appear as like Mayfield's car when it's like out of range? That's something I am curious about. And 3 to go. Yeah, I see him down there. Just hold him down there. Just don't give him an opening. We'll be alright. Two to go. Alright, we're on the last lap. So it's going to be between me and Jeff Gordon. Let's go down to the very low side of the track to block, and then go back up. And we got it. That'll be an easy dub right there. We'll take that. At least my teammates got in the top 10 at least. Stewart in 5th and Bobby Labonte in 10th. We're going to get $126,000 from that, because we get a percentage of the race winnings. Now, unless we owned the team, then we would have got the entire $1 million. But we didn't. So we're racing for Joe Gibbs. Get a phone call for something. It's just Joe Gibbs Racing. I'll always love how it says from Joe Gibbs Racing owner. It's just Joe Gibbs. We know. You may get a race soon. Well, I mean, I would say so after winning the All-Star. I'd say so. So now we head to qualifying for the Coca-Cola 600. Ryan Newman wins the Busch race. I think I said Stu Floyd, I think that's his name, wins the modified race. I'm still annoyed by the win total, how that's broken. I'm still annoyed by that. But, you know, we're just rocking through the season, just getting it over with. But luckily, you know, well, I mean, we'll probably end up doing like maybe one more season of this, and just, you know, win the championship, you know, outright. Like, you know, not like not by a glitch or anything. You know, winning it legit. Because we did it for modifieds, we did it for trucks, we did it for the Busch Series, so we got to do it for Cup. And I really don't want to win a Cup title by that. Now I know the points will reset in the chase, so I mean, I don't know. I mean, if the game doesn't glitch in the chase, then okay, then it will be worth it. But if the glitch is still going on in the chase, then it's just not going to be worth it. And we'll have to do another season. So I'm going to run the season, just win as many races as I can, and hopefully we get a good 5-star ride for next season, even though this 11 car is a 5-star team. Unless there's a car that I really want to race as, or drive as. And we'll score the pole for the 600. That's good. I'll gladly take that. The chase starts, I think, when Dover starts. Yeah, there's the cutoff race, Richmond, in September, and then right there, oh, it's New Hampshire starts, excuse me, not Dover. Dover's after that. So that is where the race has the cutoff, right there. So we still got... Man, we still got a long way to go. Because the problem is, like, I'm trying to think about it is, if I simulate to the chase, like, it's just an example. I'm not gonna do that. It's just I'm thinking of it is if I simulate to the chase, what would happen? Well, because since the game is glitched and we're gonna be the points leader no matter what would happen? Like, will I still get fired from the team, or will I keep the car? It's worth, you know, just to test it, just to test it. But I'm not going to. I might use that for like a future experiment or something like that. That's what I might do. I really want to win. Okay, we're back. Okay, it just was reconnecting for some reason. I don't know what it was doing, but okay, we're good now. Okay, so I'm just trying to think of like what would I need to do. I mean, we're gonna run this race, obviously. You know, just to have a race to do. I mean, I could simulate to the where the chase starts, or like sim a few races and see what happens. Because there's no way I'm gonna do all these races. Because I mean, with how broken the points is, I just I really just don't want to put up with it. So I think that's what I might do. I might simulate like like 3 races at a time, and see what ends up happening. Because I mean, we're leading the points. And I mean, I don't think we're gonna lose like what 1,000 points in 3 races. So yeah, I just want to see how the game reacts to it, and just see if we can get a better car. Well, not a better car, a better shot at winning the championship legitimately. But we are going to run this race though, because I always love the Coca-Cola 600. And, especially being here in person in 2024, it was a surreal experience, even though the race was called past halfway due to weather. But I really didn't care. Being at this track is a surreal experience. I'm still most likely going to be. Well, I will be here actually at Charlotte again in a couple of weeks. I'm going to be there for the Xfinity Roval race. I've said it before, but just worth repeating again. That's what I'm going to be there for. And it'll be my first road course race, and it is the closest road course I have. I mean, technically Mid-Ohio is also close, but NASCAR doesn't race there anymore, maybe except for ARCA. And I ain't going there for an ARCA race because it's going to be pretty boring. So if the trucks or Xfinity still raced there, I would have went there. But yeah, this is the closest road course that I have. Watkins Glen is in New York. That's way too far away. Sonoma's in California, so no chance. Yeah, it's like the closest road course race I can get. So I know it's going to be a lot of fun. And I am sitting on the front straightaway, so that's going to be really fun. I can't see exactly where I'm sitting, but I am sitting on the front stretch. And I have a real good view of the last turn and the front straightaway, so that's going to be just perfect. Because that spot of the track is when it gets down to the wire, it's going to be chaos right there. And it's also going to be a nighttime race as well for the Xfinity Series. It starts at 5 p.m. So it's going to be dark for that race, which is going to be very insane. So I'm all for it. And of course, if weather's a factor, If it's just raining, it's not going to be an issue because they'll just put them on wet tires. But if it's storming though, they will delay it. But they won't call it due to rain. And it's also good. There's probably not going to be a lot of people there for that event either. I mean, there's probably going to be about maybe like 10,000 people. I think, at least. The cup race is going to be a sellout like always because everybody loves going to the cup race, and even though the racing there is terrible as well, the next gen cars are complete garbage. I wish we would go back to this era of cars that like I'm racing right now, the Gen 4s and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, I want the safety, there, but I want the Gen 4s, that kind of racing where it's actually really entertaining. It's not just let's just follow the leader and run in one lane. Tire fall off, pitch strategy, everything. That's what made it special back then. But now we just have, stage racing, which it's stupid. I'm not gonna give it any benefits of a doubt. It's stupid. If you want to reward stage points to people and stuff like that, then you can do that. Then you can. But, keep the race green. So, we can have fuel strategy and anything. Just have some kind of strategy. Just keep it green. We did it at Watkins Glen in, Sonoma one time for road course racing. And I think at Watkins Glen, yeah, everybody enjoyed it. Everybody was like, yeah, this is awesome. But NASCAR was like, no, it takes the fun away from it. It takes the fun out of it. And, well, there's no fun in stage racing. If you want to have segments, or like for a race like that with cautions, then use it only for the All-Star race, or the duels, or the Bud shootout, or the shootout, whatever you like to call it now, the Clash. That's what it's called. Just use it for that, because that's what we used to do. We used to have like the Clash would be like one segment or something. I forgot. I think it was just one back then. And then the duels, they would have their own races. So yeah, I guess that doesn't sound right. But either way, though, but you kind of see my point on it in a way. Kind of see my point. If you want to have stage racing today with cautions, do it for those events. Because those events are for fun. The duels are meant for to see where you're going to qualify for the big show for the 500. So yeah. So maybe not have stage racing for that, because that's stupid. But have it for the Clash and for the All-Star race. And that's it. Which the All-Star race next year in 2026 is going to be held at Dover, of all places. Which I'm okay with Dover. I'm okay with it, but just I don't know. I'm optimistic. optimistic. There's the word. I'm trying to get it right. I mean, I'm okay if you want to try some new ideas, but I mean, if it fails, it fails, and we're gonna remind you of it. I'm seeing as the playoffs like we've had for years. That doesn't work. So there you go. I'm not gonna go any further on that. It doesn't work. The one of the recent additions, they added the fastest lap thing. It's like what Formula One used to do, but they scrapped the idea, and now NASCAR does it. Yeah, the fastest lap idea is pretty cool because it's useful. You can earn an extra point, 1 point. But it's dumb that NASCAR just goes like, after Darlington, Josh Berry involved in that lap 1 crash. It took him out of contention, obviously. But you want to go out there and get that 1 point, just to help you. Yeah, you should. And NASCAR was like, well, he got that 1 point because they fixed up the car and everything. Now we want to make sure only lead lap cars get it. So it just takes away from it. It takes away from it. Like, I don't care if someone's, like, take an example for the 600. Someone wrecks on lap 50, and they get back out there on lap 350. They're 300 laps down. So what? If they get the fastest lap somehow, so what? It helps them get an extra point. It helps. Modern day NASCAR, they're just constantly trying to make a 1992 Hooters 500. Like, they're just trying to make that kind of championship again. And it's not going to work with what we got now. And I know I've constantly ranted about the sport every stream, but like it's just my opinion. I want my opinion to be heard about it. I wish they would just understand. I know I heard Jeff Burton say the other day. He said, "Well, the reason why we keep the playoffs is because TV wants it." I don't think that's the truth. Because if the ratings are falling, I don't think that's what they want. That's what you want. That's what NASCAR wants. Because they want to be in control of everything. Honestly, just let the drivers race. Let them race. Let them race and put on a great show. Yeah, that's all you gotta do. I mean, yeah, if you want to still be in position of power over some things, you can. But don't be, standing over every driver in the field. I mean, of course, with the cars and stuff, if someone tries to cheat, yeah, penalize them, obviously. But if someone's just, taking advantage of a rule that you say it, then don't penalize them or don't take it away. You're the one who made the rule. And if you want to change said rule, change it when the season is over. Then you can do that. Don't change it mid-season because, you don't like the outcome. Anyway, I'm going to stop ranting now. Sorry. We got a pit this time because we're just at halfway. I mean, I'd like to see if I can go one more. Well, yeah, let's go one more. Our fuel is still at orange, so we're okay. When does it turn red? That's the question. I would say it's probably going to turn red down the backstretch. I'd say. No. did not. Okay, well, we're going to pit this time, so... Let's get down pit. Okay, it turned red there. Alright. It turned red as soon as we entered the pits. Gotta get down to 70, so we don't speed. Pretty slow pit stop. Biffle got a, what was that, like a 15-second stop or 14 seconds? So good for him. I mean, his pit crew is like insane. We'll merge right up here. Yeah, Greg Biffle's one of the cars that has like insane pit stops. I don't know how he does it, but yeah. Pretty much every race, he gets like a 14-second pit stop. It's crazy. Oh, 3 wide up there for a moment. But Jimmy Johnson to the inside of Greg Biffle, and he is not going to get ahead of the 16 car. We fell from 1st to 9th. Yeah. But we've got plenty of time to get back up here and battle for the win. Use a little bit of draft here. A little bit of share draft. I got 2 allies up here. I got Matt Kenseth and Kevin Harvick here. I had a lift there. If I stayed in the gas area, we probably would have done a flip right there by hitting the apron. That was close. Whew. Trying to get around Michael Waltrip right here. And we do. I really don't think Kenseth would block. I mean, we were a good teammates in the Busch Series last season. The laps are ticking away. Let's see, Labonte goes up high. I washed up a little bit there. I will say though, I hope Michael Cozy, I hope he's doing good in his esports race. Hopefully he's doing pretty good right now. I hope he's not struggling, because I do feel bad for him every time I tune into one of his streams. I feel really bad for him when he gets screwed over. I really hate it. I know Kurt Busch was going to go up high like that, so just held my ground and let him do that, and we'll make the pass. Now we got to catch Greg Biffle and Jimmy Johnson for the lead. Now Johnson is not happy. Oh, the car got loose there. All of a sudden the car got loose. Yeah, Johnson is not happy after what happened in the All-Star, if I remember correctly. I already forgot, but yeah. Oh my goodness, this car is getting really twitchy. It really feels like Kurt Busch is giving me the intimidate button. Really feels like it. Oh yeah, because this thing is just getting sideways for no reason. It was not like that at all. And now it's a problem. I think I'm gonna have to run the middle line. I don't think I can run that bottom line anymore. It's kind of like the Auto Club race. We were doing just fine, and then late in the race, the car just gets away from me at the end. Yeah, it feels like it's running better now. If I run that middle line. I just don't think I'm going to catch the leaders. If Johnson can get right up on Biffle and maybe try to pass him, then we can get up there. But Johnson doesn't look like he's going to do that. I think Biffle's just got a lot more pace in that 16 car. We're gaining. 5 to go. That's really cool, actually. I don't own a diecast of either of those cars. That's Kenny Wallace. What are you doing? I guess doing Kenny Wallace things. Alright. Sorry, Casey Kane, but Kenny Wallace just doing what he does best. Being dumb. Didn't mean to do that to you, Casey, but yeah. It's just if Kenny Wallace would not, brake check me like that, we wouldn't have an issue. It's always the Wallaces. It's always them. Kenny Wallace will do something stupid, or Rusty Wallace will do something stupid. Or even Mike Wallace. They always do stupid things. I don't know why. We'll switch back there on Jimmy Johnson. Whoa, what are you doing, Jimmy? Why are you blocking me all the way over there? Dude! Jimmy, okay, I guess you're really upset about something. I can return the favor, pal. I can. I'll return the favor, buddy. I don't know what your deal is, but all right. Jeff Gordon's pitting. I guess we're gonna have to get physical with some of these cars, because I don't know what Jimmy's doing. Yeah, he ain't going to. He ain't gonna find a way around me. Yeah, we can make it from here on fuel. And we got a caution. Caution is out. Was there some shenanigans out of pit road? Oh, yeah. Definitely some shenanigans. Definitely. That's a first. Oh. Oh, that actually DNF Truex. Wow. That actually took Truex out of the race. Wow, That's been a while since I've seen something like that before. Just wow. Is that going to allow us to win the race? Nope, we're going to have a 2-lap shootout. Okay. But it does give me the lead. So that's nice. Yeah, that's crazy. Wow, I've never seen that. I mean, I thought Talladega was the most known trouble spot in this game, or something like that. But no, apparently Sonoma has a spot for the AI to do something stupid. That was one of them. Also, Jeff Gordon, I don't know where you're going, buddy. That's not the lane. I hope I got enough fuel. Let's see. Yeah, I've got about a quarter of a tank. I've got just enough. Alright, last lap. And we're going to get the win at Sonoma. Or Infineon, I should say. Yeah, I feel bad for Truex. Travis Quaffle with 4th. Boris said 6th, and a fantasy driver right there, I think it said Lenny Sherry, got 7th. Yeah. If Scott Wimmer got a top 10 as well. Nice. Yeah. Martin Truex Jr., the only DNF in the race, due to leaving pit road in front of Mayfield. It's kind of a heartbreak for him. So I think Truex is like top 10 in points, I think. I mean, he probably won't be after that. Let's see what the phone calls are. Or messages, I should say, not phone calls. Well, I mean, both of that. Let's save the game. Alright, let's see right here. Yeah, we've been given a raise. Get a raise soon, and then the last one was raise. Okay. So far Joe Gibbs is pretty happy so far. Okay. That's good. That's good to know. Let's see what the standings look like. Are they a little bit better? Nah, they're still bad. Okay. So yeah, even if we simulate races, there's no fixing it. Okay. Yeah, Truex is now 15th in points. I think he was probably like 13th or something before that happened. So that's That's sad. And all the DEI cars are right here. Dale Earnhardt Incorporated. Dale Jr., Truex, and Waltrip. Mayfield's actually 21st in points. Mike Bliss is actually 20th in points in that zero car. Casey Mears back in 31st. Rip. I think all the guys are like part-timers. Yeah, Ricky Rudd's there, which is funny. Because, you know, he retired. Same for Rusty Wallace right there. And then Sterling Marlin back there as well. Yeah. The retired drivers actually still show up. They just swap rides with the guy that replaced them. Like Jimmy Spencer as well, yeah, so he shows up too. Alright, so next Cup race is Daytona, then Chicagoland, New Hampshire, Pocono. Well, let's skip to this Busch race right here. Make sure we don't land on the actual race itself, because if we do, we're hopping right into it. Yeah, Terry Cook wins a truck race. Gordon wins the Pepsi 400. Oh, wow, Todd Cleaver with a win in the Truck Series. Good for him. Yeah, we still got one call. I guess that's probably a race thing, probably, right? No, it's phone. Oh, just buy a Cup team. Yeah, I know we could buy a Cup team now. I know we can, but we're not going to. Yeah, because we're skipping a few races, you know, just to, you know, get through the season a lot quicker. Because you know how this, like I've said many times, this season's broken. So we're going to miss that Pocono race. This race is, what is it? I gotta read it. Indianapolis. Yeah, we're gonna skip to Watkins Glen. Is what we're gonna skip to. We'll skip to Watkins Glen because I like doing the road courses. Jimmy Johnson wins the Brickyard, or wins at the Brickyard. What's the point standings look like now, since we've skipped a few? Is it fallen down, or is it still pretty high up? Okay, so if we do miss races, we do lose points. Okay, so that is a thing. Okay, that's actually pretty interesting. So I guess we'll skip the Watkins Glen race, actually. That's very interesting, actually. Let's go to this Dodge Raceway Stadium race. Because it actually makes the points a lot closer. It does. So that does work. Because the last time we checked, it was 1,800 points. And then the last time, just a second ago, we checked it, it said 1,300. So it does work. Okay, so here's Richmond, which is the cutoff race for the chase. Yeah, we are now 900 points ahead. Alright. Let's see. It looks like the points have refixed themselves. Where's Junior at? Okay, Junior's 11th. But yeah, he's way too far back. Yeah. Junior's 300 points back of Matt Kenseth. Alright. So we'll skip past the cutoff race since we have a big points lead. Uh, Alright. We're going to do New Hampshire, which is 36 laps. And we are going to see how big of a point lead we get in the chase. If the points are still, close, then we're gonna compete for it. But if we get like 1,000 points or something, or like 500 points, I should say, after winning that race, then it's just broken. All right. So let's look at the points. So the points should be reset. I think I should probably have like 100 points or something point lead because how many wins the game was giving me. Okay, no. I actually do have 5 points. Okay. Nice. I have 5 points ahead. Okay, that's good. So yeah, Junior missed out, Bobby Labonte, Elliott Sadler, Brian Vickers, Dale Jarrett, Michael Waltrip, Harvick, wow. Truex, Mayfield, and Travis Quaffle. Scott Riggs actually got back up there pretty good. 22nd in points. Good for him. Scott Winward back in 39th for the full-time guys. That's sad. Well, alright, we're going to run the New Hampshire race, and let's see what happens. Oh, Tony Stewart actually has a win on the season. Nice. That's good. He needs a win. Because it says 17 wins, which is not accurate. I don't have that many.
10 races to go. And now the field for the race for the Nextel Cup Championship has been set. Every driver knows the score. You're either racing for the championship or racing to prove you should be. 10 races to measure talent, temper, respect, and revenge. And it all begins right here in Loudon. As
Thank you. I just updated the Streamlabs application, so it's being buggy. It's 2 times it's done it this stream. So hopefully it doesn't do that anymore. Mike Bliss is having a good showing. He's up here in 11th. So that's good for him. since now we're up in third place, I'm just gonna do a little bit of talking here while we're racing. As soon as I say third, now we're in the lead. But one thing I will have to mention is the recent NASCAR 05 stream I did, which I know people probably heard it on Twitch, but yeah, I could not upload that to YouTube because I was watching the Commanders and Packers game that night, and I have it on my PS4 so I can load up Amazon Prime and watch it on there. Well, I forgot that my capture card is still hooked up to my PS4, so it was playing the audio from that, and you could hear it in the stream from the other day. You could hear it, and yeah, I have to apologize for that. And yeah, that video got a little copyright warning on it. It didn't get a strike because it was not a public video. It was a private. Because I usually upload my video when I export my streams from Twitch to YouTube. I always make them private, just so you know I can edit them or mess around with them just to get them set up for viewing on YouTube. Well, I did not know that my capture card was recording said audio of that game until, I looked at my phone when I was getting ready to go to sleep. It said copyright on it, and I was like, excuse me? What do you mean? Like, what's wrong there? And then I turned on my computer real quick and decided to, look around and see what the problem was, and, well, I found out that was the problem. And it was reading, it got it for 10 seconds during, when it goes to commercial break, or cuts away from the broadcast for a moment, it got the song "Back in the Saddle" by Aerosmith. It got that, and yeah. So I just didn't want to edit it or anything. I mean, I couldn't edit it anyway because the audio was just overwritten, my voice from the stream. So I was just like, whatever. I went back, I got the point standings from the modified season, and yeah, so that's not lost forever. I end up, we end up finishing second in the final point standings, 3 points behind Danny Ross, which was kind of pretty disappointing. But I gave myself a challenge. I didn't want to start up front every race, make it boring, work our way up from the back. So yeah, technically it was, on me, but again, I want to make it challenging, and yeah, that's what happened. But I was not disappointed. It was very fun. So the next season we'll do is, well, whenever we go live with that again, whenever we do, which will probably be sometime before October, before I leave for Charlotte. So yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll do season 2 of Modifieds, and then if we win the championship there, I might do another season of Modifieds for fun. Do 3 seasons of each series probably, but we're not gonna do, multiple series. We're just gonna do one series. And since NASCAR 5 is really fun to play, once we get up to the Cup Series, there's going to be a lot of names we probably don't recognize. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. Anyway, we're gonna have to make a pit stop here in about a lap. Yeah, we pulled away 2 seconds ahead. We're going to lose the lead once we enter the pits. But that's okay. I was kind of hoping for a caution, but yeah, we're not going to get one though. Yes, we're coming in this time to pit. Don't worry, buddy. Yeah, we're going to need to repair the damage, because we do have front end damage. Casey Mears will allow me to get into my pit box. Thank you, Casey. And let's hope for a good pit stop. I'm doing this one, obviously I'm doing this one race here just to see if the point standings are not broken. And again, if it is, then we're just going to simulate the rest of the season. If it's broken, because I don't want to deal with it. If the game is broken, then yeah, we'll simulate it and then we'll do another season for one more season. But hey, it makes me decide if I want to run a contract or buy a team and run that. Makes me decide on it, and we'll decide on it at the end of this stream. We'll decide on it if the points are still broken. Because if we win this race and it gives us 400 points or something like that, then yeah. It's not going to be fun. Yeah, Edwards and Kurt Busch had very fast pit stops. But we're right here, so we're going to take the lead back. Number 45, buddy. What are you talking about? That's the 99 car. Damn, bro. I didn't know the 45 car was green. I got 10 laps left at the line here. I'm going to swap to Labonte while I'm here, just so we have something fun to do. Because Tony Stewart's up front. So I want to get Labonte up front. And Jimmy just wants to constantly block. Wow, buddy. Here's Dale Jr. with the left rear damage from earlier. Okay, Kenseth. Alright, bro. Looks like, yeah, Edwards makes the pass on my driver. Which is kind of odd. I guess the AI is not really good here. Stewart's about to make the pass on my guy as well, but that's alright. We're going to swap back to myself right now. We got Labonte up into the top 10, so I think Labonte will be happy about that. Let's get back to the lead. Looks like Edwards tried to go for the hit there. Looks like it. Last lap here in New Hampshire. Because, you know, one thing is that when I started this season, the glitch wasn't in effect. It's until I started streaming it, and then it went into effect. So, you know, so hopefully it stops now. Labonte got 7th after I had to help him up to the front. Because he would have finished, 24th if I didn't help him up front. Let's check the point standings after that race. And Labonte celebrates with us in victory lane, which is nice. Now we had 17 wins, it said, prior to that race starting. So let's see, how many wins does it put me at? Let's check the track performance first. If it says 19 wins, the glitch is still in effect. Wrong button. Yep, the glitch is still in effect. Because it says 19 wins. Yep, see 215 points, yep. So the glitch is still in effect, so we are not going to finish this season up because of that. The glitch is still going on. So we're gonna have to end this season early. I really don't want to, but I'm not doing that. I mean, we could simulate down to a few races. We can. I'm simulating to Martinsville. I know I should probably do Talladega for fun, but nah, I don't want to. Talladaga's right there anyway, so yeah. Because I'd rather see, an actual driver win the championship instead of me winning by 1,400 points. I don't want to see that. Yeah, see, look at this. It says I'm 162 back. But if I win one race, I'm back in it. Because of how the glitch works. See, Martinsville is 60 laps, which is just, to my opinion, way too long. So, I mean, yeah, we're just going to go to the end of the season. I don't mind finishing 10th in points. I don't mind it. We're just going to do that. Because, I mean, I don't want to win that way. I know people say I should run with it, but no. I don't want to win like that. I want to race down to the wire or have at least a close points battle. If I'm like 200 points ahead in the final entering the final race, well, that's because I was pretty good that year. If I'm 2,000 points somehow, no, it's not fun. It's boring. So we're gonna skip this season. We're gonna finish this season up. That's what we're gonna do. Greg Biffle wins the Ford 400, so let's see who wins the championship. Lou Stanton wins the wheeling title. Hopefully the game doesn't crash. Hopefully. Where did my drivers finish? 12th, 14th. Jeffrey Gold got 17th. Not bad. Brett Simmons dead last. Wow. Truck title, Chase Montgomery. You can see right there. I mean, look at Chase Montgomery. 9,500 points. And people tell me I'm crazy that this game is broken. Well, there's your prime example right there. He got 13,000 points. Meanwhile, Terry Cook, 3,500. People tell me I'm crazy that this game's not broken. It is broken. It's insane. And see, yeah, look at Bobby Labonte win the Busch title by 232 points. Yeah, that's what I want to see. Him and Shane Neal had it down to the wire. That's awesome. I mean, sure, by 232, that's not really down to the wire. That's a race and a half ahead. But still, it's close. And the Cup title, Jimmy Johnson wins it. I finish 644 back. I don't care. I don't care. Alright, any retirements? Yeah, Ken Schrader gets replaced by David Langford, and Dale Jarrett gets replaced by Sterling Conway. Alright, so we're going to make the decision here of, do I want to race for a team or buy my own? Yeah, it says answer the phone. I don't care, Ace. Elite driver's gone. Yeah, I know. And we got 3 contracts. So, I don't know what they are. Let's take a look at what our offers are. Oh yeah, we need to sign sponsors for our teams. I think I might sell this modified team. Yeah, I'm gonna sell this modified team. We're gonna get a better one. Also, that Bush Series team too. We're gonna sell that as well, because I didn't want this team. There you go. Truck team, I'm keeping the Bobby Hamilton Racing team, obviously. I do want to change the number, obviously. Let's get the Little Trees truck. Actually, I'm going to make that look like a Little Trees truck, actually. I'm going to change the number, instead of 77. I can't use 18. 17 actually might not be a bad choice. Yeah, I think we'll go with 17. The block number looks cool, but I think we'll just run with, well, actually, no. Actually, that one looks pretty cool, actually. Alright, I want to change the colors of this truck. Change it to, like, a yellow. Yeah, something like that. That's too bright. Actually, no, I think that looks good with the black, like that. And we could change the color here to like that dark green. Yeah, something like that. Actually, no, let's change that number font. Yeah, we use the linebacker one. Yeah, that looks pretty cool, actually. Just a little truck change. Hire driver. We still got Jack Knight. We want to keep Jack Knight, so we want to keep him. So yeah, we're going to keep him behind the wheel of the truck. Yeah, I'm not selling Bobby Hamilton Racing. I love that team, so yeah. Modified team. The best team in this series is Everham, but the cars don't show up half the time. So honestly, it might not even be worth it to run the modifieds. I mean, I could just rebuy Point of View Racing. I could rebuy that car. But the problem is, like, if I buy this team, I can't upgrade the cars any further. so it's only 80%. I mean, I don't mind it, because, I mean, it is one of the best teams on the grid. But I really just don't want to deal with, you know, the modified teams. So, yeah. What contracts do I still have in this? I mean, nothing good. Yeah. There's only like 5 options. Bush Series. We got the Reese's 21 car. That might not be bad. The Roush car, which we've already driven. Menard's car. Yeah. Alright, let's see what Bush Series. Oh, wait. Did I buy team? That's contracts. I need to buy team. There we go. So let's buy a Bush Series team. There's the one we fixed up. We could buy Braun Racing. We could buy that team. The best team is Roush with $9 million. But we don't need that. We could buy Richard Childress. Make that a powerhouse. Yeah, let's do that. Let's buy Richard Childress and make the cars. I want to give Brandon Miller just the max out car. Boyer gets this right there, and the other driver gets, the higher driver gets that. Because I want Brandon Miller to succeed. I want to see if it's possible if he can win a championship. We don't need to max it out. Let's do 90s across the board. Sponsors. Academy Outdoor might be the best one. Yeah, they pay the most. So yeah, we'll run with Academy Sports. Go with that. Now, we have to make it a Childress car. So we got the 2 and the 21 are in use. The 29 would be cool, but, well, we can run the 29. We can, so, okay, that might actually be worth something. I'm trying to think of, what's the number closest to, like, that kind of font? Standard 29, I guess that's kind of close. Straight 1, Pale, no. We want it close to it. I guess standard's the closest we can get. Let's go with the fin design. Actually, no. Angles will probably be our best choice. So then we got white, blue, and red. That's what we gotta use for this. Well, obviously I want to use blue for the primary. And we'll do white there, and then red. Yeah, that looks good. Then we need to do the same blue. Yeah, there we go. What happens if I put a red outline to it? No, that clashes. I guess we'll stick with just that. Yeah, I'll stick with just that. Because, I mean, 29 is like the best number we can use for it. So, yeah. That's what we're going to use. Change the driver's suit up. There we go. Alright, there's the car. Something basic. We'll run that. Alright, there we go. And we'll get this Rick Russell guy. Drive the modified. So there we go. All our teams are decided. So we're going to have just Cup Series again for this upcoming season. But the points have been reset and everything. So, you know, it's going to be, well, hopefully the game will not break this time. And if it does again, then I'm just going to buy a team. If it does. Because, you know, I don't want to put up with it. So 2010, we're going to have 38 races, not counting charity races, not counting those. And we'll see what we can do from there. But anyway, we're 2 hours in. I'm going to call it here, and I appreciate everyone who watched this, and it will be obviously posted to YouTube, and we'll see where it goes from there. I know it's disappointing to wait to end it. I know it's disappointing. You know, you want me to race it, but I don't want to, because if the game's broken, I don't want to race it. That's just me. That's just how I am. If the game's broken, I don't want